Bob Bennett, Farsight Management. We specialize in indoor air quality issues. Someone called me the other day and was asking me, how do you visually identify the type of the mold that's growing on a surface? And I said, I've been in the business for many, many years, and maybe I can only tell 4 or 5, and that's probably about it. And the reason is that the substrate that it's growing on can affect the characteristics of the growth colony and also the color of the colony. So if you are just going through and saying there is mold and it has to be removed, it doesn't matter what kind it is, you still have to remove it safely. Who cares what it is? But there are some people who have an academic curiosity, something like that. And if they do, I really don't trust that my observational skills really satisfy that curiosity. So I collect a tape lift. And I think a good lesson is that I did this a few days ago. And I thought it was like aspergillus or penicillium, something like that. It was a really a dark green and was puffy, hard, long, large, puffy growth structures. And I collected a sample, and it was 100% trichoderma, which is another kind of a mold, and you take that kind also quite seriously. So anyway, just be aware, if it's growing on oak, it's going to look differently than it's growing on pine. If it's growing on drywall, it's going to look different than it's growing on pine. You know, if it's growing on a varnished surface, like a table leg or something, it's going to look different than growing on anything else. So, you know, don't trust how it looks. If you really need to know what it is, take a tape sample. Don't use air. Take a tape sample. There it is. Collect a sample from that area and run it into a lab and see what you got. All right. Bob Bennett, Farsight Management. It's better to use Farsight than hindsight.